welcome in. How are ya? Thank you for being here. Happy weekend. I hope you are doing well. I am doing well, and I'm going to do a video today. Obviously, I'm doing a video. Today's video on Musicalina, I'm going to be talking about a few bands that I'm kind of supposed to like, being a rock fan, a lifelong rock fan, but I don't. I feel like this is going to be a challenging video to make, just from like a descriptive standpoint. I'm not great at describing things. I'm not always great at describing why I like or dislike something. I'm an INFJ, if you are familiar with the Myers-Briggs personality test. I can't remember which direction those words go. And I'm an INFJ, and one of our traits is that we are very bad at explaining things, giving examples, describing things. Our brains just don't excel at that. So, but I'm going to give it a shot. Okay, so first off is Aerosmith. Now, I don't dislike all Aerosmith songs. I've never owned an Aerosmith album. I've never liked their music enough to go out and buy an album. I've always liked Janie's Got a Gun. I've always liked Crying. Obviously, I like Walk This Way. Who doesn't like that song? I mean, yeah. But in terms of just their catalog in general, I don't know. I was just never really into their stuff all that much. Their videos are ridiculous. The early videos are ridiculous, and just, I get that they were meant to be like over the top and silly, and but that's how the videos were in the 80s. It was, half naked ladies bouncing around and the guys singing and doing their thing, and that's how the videos were. But I don't know. I just never got into them. I do think Joe Perry is an excellent guitar player. I think Steven Tyler is one of the most iconic and greatest frontmen of all time. They all genuinely seem like really cool guys, and they stayed together for a long time. Are they still together? I don't even know. Does anyone know? But they've been together. If they're still together, they've been together for a really long time. And I always have tremendous respect for a band that can last and stay together decade after decade after decade, being able to tour together and make records together and not kill each other. Songs like I Don't Want to Miss a Thing, they used to play that all the time on MTV, VH1, and on the radio. You heard it all the time. It was a friend of mine's wedding song, and I always threw up in my mouth a little bit when I heard it. It was written by Diane Warren, which is, she writes a certain type of song, and that's the type of song that she writes. I get why it was popular, but it just so corny and so gross. So next up on my list is Van Halen. I do think Eddie Van Halen is a great guitar player. Obviously, he's regarded as one of the greatest of all time. Did not like David Lee Roth as a vocalist. Did not like Sammy Hagar as a vocalist. Neither of them were my cup of tea. The music has never been my cup of tea. I've just never liked their music. Their music is catchy, and as I said, these are all extremely talented musicians, talented songwriters. I totally understand why they're popular. I understand why their songs are as iconic as they are, and why that music has endured, especially with Eddie Van Halen's guitar playing. This is the band that I have the hardest time as to why I don't like them, because I'm not sure if I can really find anything definitive as to why I've never been into them. I feel like if you're a rock fan, if you're a classic rock fan, you like Van Halen. But I just don't. I've heard lots of their music. I haven't heard anything obscure. I've heard the hits. I've heard the singles, and there's just nothing that has ever really moved me or captured my attention. Okay, and the final band on this list is Rush. The looks that I have gotten when I have told people that I don't like Rush equate to the looks I would get if I told people that I ate live kittens for breakfast. Just total horror on their faces. I will admit that I am not hugely familiar with their catalog. I have heard maybe half a dozen songs. It's not that much. Okay, I haven't done any deep dives into their music. The songs that I have listened to all kind of sound the same. The band is composed of 3 members, and it very much sounds like the band has 3 members, meaning I listen and I feel like there's something missing. There's an extra instrument missing. There's maybe an extra guitar missing, or some extra vocals missing. There's some harmonizing that just isn't there. It sounds like 3 guys jamming out, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I feel like the music lacks a fullness. It lacks a richness. I am in no way saying that these guys are not talented. They are, although I am not a fan of Geddy Lee's vocals. They are obviously very talented. I don't like their music. I just don't. There is something about the structure of the songs that I just don't like. And it's not even like a meh feeling, which is how I kind of feel about like Aerosmith and Van Halen, where it's just like, if it's on the radio, like I'll listen to it, but I'll probably kind of like zone out, like in my mind, like I won't really be into it. Whereas with Rush's music, I would change the station. Oh God. The hate. How much hate am I gonna get for this video? If there is a song that you would recommend that I listen to that maybe sounds a little different, or has a different structure, or maybe it's just a song that you feel very connected to, or the song that maybe got you heavily into Rush, feel free to leave it in the comments below and I will give it a try. But I just don't see my opinion changing. It's been a long time. I felt this way for a long time. But, I always have an open mind. My mind can always be changed about things. So yeah, that is my list. Those are the bands that, although I do have respect for them, I have just personally never gotten into them. Please like and subscribe and have a wonderful day, and I will see you very soon. Take care.